Welcome back to Demon Slayer Anime Review, episode number 22. Here we're reviewing the 48th episode of the anime, which is called Thank You, Tokito. Now this one is a bit different how they adapt previous episodes, because they go through the entirety of 108 and 109, but then it gets really weird. We go through the first 14 pages out of 19 for 110. The last, technically the last page and two or three, about most of basically page 20 for chapter 111, and for 112, that was for 112, it's basically pages 1 and 2. Though in the case of those two, they kind of integrate those at the same period of time. So we start off with Tojiro, where he is taking on the demon who is one of the upper 4 copies, because he apparently can copy himself. Every time he slices him up, he can make more and more of himself. He took over the small ones pretty simply by stabbing them through the tongue, and they disappeared off screen. So he fights off. He spends almost a lot of the episode fighting the one with four talons, and then eventually he does kind of beat him. Well, he ends up getting sliced in the process, and he pins him right through a freaking wall after basically running away and just deal with him that way. The whole entire fight takes up most of the episode. Meanwhile, though, we do kind of start before that with the Wind Hashira taking care of the fish demon, which those show up at the end of the episode anyways. Yeah, despite the fact each other's head still regenerates, so he notices there's a pot on his head, so he slices the pot up and then the fish demon disappears. Then the swordsmith thanks him, and of course they go save the person who's working on a sword right now. Meanwhile, though, and then of course after Tojiro finished up his stuff, we do see that Nezuko is struggling against one of the parts of Upper 4, and Ganhia, the one who's the Wind Hashira's brother. Yeah, the other one's Miss Hashira. Yeah, where he's getting stabbed. He basically still has his gun, fires the gun off, and still he's bleeding like crazy. And wondering, how the heck is this guy alive? This other he's been stabbed, in the gut. He basically should be dead, but no, he's still alive, chanting something maybe he's a follower. I can think if I one guy with a spear, though it can't use the lightning. As for Nezuko, well, she takes care of the one guy who's basically trying to rip her arm up. He would grow it back, no problem. Of course, she also used his foot to basically impale her right through the freaking gut, but she recovered, no problem. Tojiro comes in. He apparently also took time to chop off the other guy's foot. He slices his tongue, which able to come back, and takes out his staff and stops him. Of course, he's about to get hit once again with the staff, and Nezuko comes in, of course, and the floor collapses, and they basically fall on the ground. Meanwhile, though, the village is under attack by more of those fish demons, and then the episode ends with the Love Hashira finally showing up. First time we've seen her in this season since episode 1. And I love what they did with her in that one. Here she appears the very end. Now the whole thing with her crow flying, and of course her basically wrestling village, that comes in the last couple pages of the chapter. I'm not sure why it was written where it was 21, but it was actually also 20 as well. This one I think it's half of 20 anyways, but probably get more to this next episode. So I'm thinking probably for next week's episode they're gonna finish adapting 112. Probably going through the last 5 pages of that one, going through the first 19 pages of chapter 1. They're probably going to finish at 110, go through the rest, pretty much almost the entirety of 111, and probably go through the rest of 112. That's presumably what we're going to do next week's episode, along with maybe starting up chapter 113. But they only adapted fully up to chapter 109. There's roughly 19 chapters to be adapted for the whole arc. Yeah, basically about 19 chapters. But only 110 is the only one actually close to being finished up here. So, yeah. But this, just another really good episode. We're 4 episodes into this particular arc, and for the anime, it's still really good. Excuse me. Now, as for how many episodes left to go, I did hear a possible rumor this might be 11 episodes again, like it was for Entertainment District, but I don't think that would be a good idea, especially since the arc itself is a little bit longer than that. As for episodes are going to be, I'm not really sure, actually. Yeah, as for how long I think it's going to be, I'm not really sure yet. There's no official head count exactly how many episodes it's going to be. I don't know. But it all depends exactly how far we're going to go with it. If I were the studio who makes this, which is Ufotable, I would not do 11 episodes again. I mean, that kind of worked for Entertainment District. That was fine. But in the case of Sword and Village, it needs to be a little bit longer than that. How long I think it needs to be? About 13, 14 episodes. Because this arc is quite long. Yes. And when it comes to the final arc, that comes 2 episodes of this one, they gotta have more than just a dozen episodes. Because that arc is like almost 100 chapters. It is that long. So they might do another full season in the anime. As for why in the world they decided to do shorter seasons, I'm not really sure. But it all depends on what they want to do with it. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much the particular view. Next up is going to be Eden Zero. Yep, Eden Zero. And I finally cap up the anime with, of course, Case Closed. And I'm really hoping to get a chance to do Doctor Who today. Okay, next video. Bye.